Hi, welcome to the video. They were called the Annunaki, the gods who descended from the heavens. But what if they weren't gods at all? What if one of history's oldest civilizations was visited by something far more intelligent and something far more real?
Ancient tablets speak of beings from the sky who created mankind to serve them. Scholars call it mythology, others call it evidence. Tonight, we reopen a mystery that has haunted human history for over 5,000 years. This is the story of the Anunnaki. In the cradle of civilization, Mesopotamia, modern day Iraq, archaeologists uncovered clay tablets etched with cuneiform script. They were written by the Sumerians, humanity's first urban civilization. On these tablets were stories of gods descending from the sky, of men molded from clay and blood, and of cities built under divine command. The gods mentioned were known collectively as the Anunnaki, which means those who came from the heavens. According to myth, they ruled over earth, established kingship, and decided the fate of humanity itself. But in the ruins of this story lies something scholars can't explain: an obsession with the stars and descriptions that sound eerily technological. The Sumerian creation myth begins with the lesser gods, the Igigi, forced to labor endlessly, digging canals, shaping the land. Then they rebelled. And to restore order, a god named Enki proposed a radical idea. Let us create a new being, one that will carry our burdens. And from clay, mixed with divine essence, humans were born. In other words, mankind was engineered. In this text, humans weren't children of the earth, they were a project. But the question remains: created by whom? In the 1970s, a linguist named Zecharia Sitchin publishes The 12th Planet. His claim: the Anunnaki weren't gods, they were extraterrestrial miners from a distant planet called Nibiru. According to him, they came to Earth 445,000 years ago in search of gold, not for wealth, but to save their planet's failing atmosphere. And when their mission became too exhausting, they created humans, a hybrid of their DNA and early hominids. In Sitchin's telling, we are their legacy. Scientists call his work pseudoscience, but millions of readers call it revelation. His ideas fuel shows like Ancient Aliens, conspiracy forums, documentaries, and YouTube theories that refuse to die, because deep down one question still echoes: if the Anunnaki were only myths, why do so many cultures tell the same story? In Egypt, gods descended in boats of light. In the Andes, the Viracochas came from the sky and taught civilization. In India, flying machines called Vimanas ruled the heavens. Across continents, across languages, the same motif repeats: sky beings who shaped humanity. Did every ancient culture simply imagine the same thing, or did they remember it? Scientists argue that similarities stem from shared human imagination, archetypes of power and creation, but alternative historians suggest something else. It's collective memory, which is distorted through myth but rooted in truth. Maybe the story of the Anunnaki is not fantasy, but the echo of a long forgotten encounter. Sachin described Nibiru as a massive planet on a 3,600-year elliptical orbit around the Sun, entering the inner solar system only briefly before vanishing into the dark. NASA denies its existence. Astronomers call it impossible. Yet, in 2016, scientists from Caltech proposed the existence of a mysterious planet 9, a massive unseen world beyond Neptune, disturbing the orbits of distant objects. The discovery reignited whispers. Could Planet 9 be Nibiru?
If true, it would mean that the ancient Sumerians had known about a planet which modern science is still struggling to confirm. But how could they have known? They didn't have satellites, they didn't have telescopes.
Beneath the layers of mythology, beneath scholarly debate, one truth remains. The Sumerians were obsessed with precision. Their star charts were accurate, their calendars complex, their gods oddly human. Whether divine or alien, the Anunnaki narrative forces us to confront something uncomfortable. The line between myth and history is thinner than we think. Maybe the Anunnaki didn't come from the stars. Maybe they came from within us, a memory of beings who taught, ruled, and vanished. But if they were real, their return is long overdue. All this sounds fascinating. The idea of an advanced civilization from another planet who came to this world thousands of years ago, who created humanity to mine gold. But is there any evidence to back this fantastic theory? Let's talk about Zecharia Sitchin, the person who first theorized that the Anunnaki came to world thousands of years ago. Experts in Near Eastern studies have analyzed his work for decades and almost unanimously call it inaccurate. The Sumerian word Anunnaki doesn't mean those who from heaven to earth came. It literally means offspring of Anu, the sky god. Nibiru in Mesopotamian astronomy was a celestial crossing point, not a planet. There is zero archaeological evidence of alien mining tools, DNA manipulation, or advanced technology. Even the physics doesn't hold. A planet swinging through the solar system every 3,600 years would tear orbits apart, and yet our solar system is stable. But then one wonders, was this all myth, or is there a grain of truth in all these stories?
The story of the Anunnaki isn't about our past, it's about who we believe we are. It's a reflection on where we think we came from. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe and like this video. Thank you.